The pole award for today's race at Rockingham goes to Seth Cole, number 25 for S3 Motorsports. Sean Angel's on his outside. This track was recently reconfigured. We're returning here from last season. It's always a very tough track to run at. And we're going to see what happens here today. 110 laps, the pace car comes down. The front row leading us down. And we're green! We're rocking at the rock! Seth Cole with an incredible jump. He actually caught the field sleeping on that start. Already pulled out a big lead over the rest of the field. Ray Krager immediately goes down underneath the 14, or at least he tries to. Could not get a run. He actually checked up. He wasn't feeling confident about that move. We may see that a lot today. This track, always very difficult to run at. It's always been a very difficult track. Oh, Ryder Smith in the wall back there. It's a tough track to run at. We've seen a lot of people like checking up because they're not confident about making moves. They don't want to cause any wrecks. So yes, we have seen a lot of checkups. But Seth Cole, what a start for him. He's breaking away, but Sean Angel, he's keeping up. Angel's still looking for his first win of the year. Buffalo Downs didn't go quite as he had hoped. And look at that, the Thunder car is going up the track. Ray Krager and Brandon Wood now running with each other. And there's Chris Louviere. Connor Atwood and Chris Louviere already starting to make their way towards the front. No surprise to see Louviere fast here. He won his track last year. Ryder Smith in the wall again. He is struggling to start this one. Louis Sturridge had an amazing start. Here comes Louviere, already making moves. Krager underneath the 74. Charles Sanford's now broken away from the lead group as well, and he's going to try and chase these two down. The Thunder cars side by side, but Louviere lurking back there, and as is James Shelley, the Texas winner, looking fast once again. And like I said, Louis Duran's up here, free wide here. And we're keeping it in there. Louis Duran takes advantage of that. He goes down. Ian Masterson car having some... Louis Duran for Ian Masterson Racing having some absolutely fantastic driving going on right now. That car lacking horsepower, but he's doing everything in his power to make up ground. And he's going to try and move up. There's smoke. Smoke out on the racetrack. That is going to be a caution. Yellow's out for the first time today for what appears to be Ryan Acosta and Felix Theodore. Also, what happened here? Oh, it might be Redlick. Yeah, Redlick kind of got pushed up the track by Theodore a little bit. And that's 66. That thing is an absolute nightmare to drive. As soon as he was in the middle of that free wide. As soon as he got pushed up, as soon as he had to push up, yeah, that was over. Gal Redlick really deserves better. That car is an absolute nightmare to drive. Oh, there's another spin. Oh, I didn't even know that. Tyler Faber and Chris Argus-Smith went around. While one Masterson driver at the front, the other pushed Chris Argus-Smith. Jeez, what was Dave Cook doing? He shoved Argus-Smith into the 11. Yeah, they're all kind of getting there a little bit, but you saw Dave Cook move up. What was he thinking? Oh, here comes Redlick. Oh, he couldn't avoid the 11. Redlick not paying attention. But wow. I don't know what Argus Smith is doing, but that's a huge tough break for Tyler Faber. He's not at the start to the season he's not at the start to the season he's wanted, and this is certainly not going to help things. Well, of course, Seth Cole still leading the field. James Shelley up there in 5th. We'll take a run through here. Some guys, not a good start. Someone who has had a good start. Two people actually. Jason Perkle is in 14th right now. He's had a great start to this race. But look at that, Ryan Manson up at the front once again in 5th, restarting 15th as we go back to green now. He's already going to look to make a move on Jason Perkle. And oh, Krager, oh, Cole's had a bad restart. Sean Angel jumped on the opportunity, and Sean Angel now leading this race. Sanford also, like I said, he fell back. James Shelley jumping on the opportunity. Shelley goes by, Brandon Wood goes by, Louis Stern goes by, 24 getting freight trained. Here comes Ray Krager now, looking to take advantage. And yeah, that 24 dropping like a rock. You really don't want to be on that outside line. This is very much a one-groove racetrack. But here's Seth Cole. They're both pushing up the racetrack as Seth Cole tries to find a way past. Seth Cole is on a 40 race winless streak. His last win came at the Aero Speedway back in Season 2. He did not have a good Season 3. He's trying to break the winless streak. Here he goes, underneath the 14. He seems that he's had a very good car this weekend, and he's going to be one to look out for. James Shelley, another man of a good car. He's up to second now. He pounced on the 14. He was waiting like a panther in a night, and he's gonna be up to second now, looking for win number 2 of the season. Louis Duran has the fastest lap of the race in the Masterson. Now Louis Duran, he's got quite the reputation. There's been rumors of him being he's had rumors of being linked to some good rides here in the future, and he is absolutely turning heads. He didn't have a great start to the year, but he is turning heads right now, proving why he deserves a top flight ride in the Insomniac Elite Series. He is looking to make a move into the top 3. Someone who's not having a good day is Matt Duncan. This 6 team has really not gotten the car set up right for this weekend. Things have not really been working out for the team this weekend. He's coming off of a win in Buffalo Downs, but things just not going so well this week. Car's been handling, Duncan's been telling crew chief Brendan Patterson that car has been handling like a boat all weekend long. They've been trying to work on it, but it is a very evil handling machine. They're just stuck back here. Ryder Smith, also someone who's having an uncharacteristically bad weekend. He's dropped all the way to the back. There's Faber. He's moved up. Maxwell Chan dropping back. Ryan Manson, he's lost some spots. He's going to look to get back up there. Of course, Ryan Manson, the grandson of RJ Manson owner, RJ Manson. He's looking to carry on the legacy of his father. He's looking to carry on the legacy of his granddad and have a successful career. And he's doing a great job in his limited time in the Elite Series so far, and also in the Junior Series. He certainly looks to have a lot of potential. But yeah, he'll have to work to get his way back up to the front. Cosmic Nova, he's a bit ways back. Binky Louviere, somehow in 20th. Yeah, Binky Louviere and the 68 car. Yeah, 68 car of Bill Braddock Jr. Bill Braddock Jr. has been turning heads both in the late model tour, in the ARA Super Late Model Tour, and in this number 68 car. Braddock is looking to be a force to be reckoned with. That he is undeniably strong. He's been undeniably strong as limited starts in that car. Look who's entered the top 10. How about Jason Perkle right now? Jason Perkle, he showed a lot of promise last year, and arguably showed a lot more promise than his car deserves, and he's once again punching above his weight in the 08. He is punching above his weight in the K&N machine. He's running in 10th place right now. He's got to watch his rear view though. He's gotta watch his rear view though. After all, 2 very strong players, Charles Sanford and Kyle Collins, both lurking right behind his tail. But Jason Perkle, some incredibly impressive driving from him so far. Oh, Seth Cole, bad run off the corner. He has lost a ton of speed. I think he had to check up. And here comes James Shelley and Brandon Wood, both soaring on past the Napa machine. And James Shelley's down leading this race. Here comes Louis Duran. Louis Duran still on the move. He's holding on. He is holding strong with these top tier teams. And he is looking underneath that 25. Duran might be able to move up to a podium spot. Oh, he checked up. He didn't want to cause a wreck. Fair play to him. When you're running in a position like this, you definitely want to keep the car clean. But James Shelley, that 41 team looking very, very strong. Honestly, Shelley does have 2 wins. He did score 2 wins of Dodge Motorsports last year. So it's definitely not out of the question for him to score a second win. Definitely not out of the question for these guys, and they definitely want to make their presence felt as a true contender. I feel like, I mean, they've certainly announced their presence with the Texas win, but they just want to show that they're for real. They're here to stay, and I think a second win would make that very clear for all to see. The leaders are now catching up to the lap car of Gall Redlick there, car number 66. Louviere making a move on Dern in the back. Chris Louviere, title contender. He's up to third now. And like I said, Chris Louviere, he's one of the fastest drivers. Chris Louviere is a very good driver on this racetrack. He won here last year. And he's looking at 2 in a row. Chris Louviere has never won more than one race in a season. Chris Louviere has at least one win every season in his career as an IAS driver, but he's never won 2 races in a season. He's already gotten win number 1 this year. He would certainly like to break that streak, get win number 2 of the season, and that would be win number 5 of his Elite Series career. And Gall Redlick getting lapped now. He held up Brandon Wood a little bit. I don't think Wood's too happy about that, but he's got to forget about it, move on, try to chase down that 41. Could be a bit of a challenge, but hey, that's what challenges are for. Challenges are meant to be overcome, and Brandon Wood's going to try and make that happen. That 74 team's had a lot of pace, but they've yet to win. He's going to try and make a change that. Someone else has had a lot of pace and yet to win. Connor Atwood, hounding the back of the 98. Trying every line he can think of to get past him. But Louviere, aggressive blocker, not going to let that kind of... Louviere's a very aggressive blocker, though. Not going to let that kind of thing happen. Not going to let anyone go by. Connor Atwood, strong run so far in 4th. He's looking to make up even more ground. Try to get up there to the front and break that winless streak. Guys, you want to talk about winless streaks? Connor Atwood's probably has the longest active winless streak in the Elite Series right now. His last win, I'm pretty sure his last win came at Savannah, all the way back in Season 1. Man, I'm gonna go back and count the numbers, but yeah, Atwood, like the Aussie, he's not had the taste of victory lane in a very long time, and this team, they've had the pace. They've had the pace to break that winless streak, but they just haven't sealed the deal yet. But yeah, Atwood, this free team, they're gonna be a pair to watch. They are gonna be a team to watch on the road courses for sure. But Atwood will probably be a force to be reckoned with come the European Tour. Looking for the field once again, Charles Sanford. He's not had that 24 team does not seem to have a good long run car as Sanford has been falling back. He's currently running in 19th. Ooh, Baron Praxis in the pit lane. I think Praxis I don't know, Praxis might have an issue. Here we go, there's Praxis in the pits. He might have an issue on the 44, I don't know. Could be scheduled. I don't see anyone else joining on pit road. I do think that may be a problem for the 44 car, and that is a tough break for Baron Praxis if that's the case. Because he's shown a lot of potential in his limited time in the Elite Series. Back up to where we were. Ryan Manson on the move. He kind of had a bad restart, but he's been on the move ever since. And Manson is in the points now. He's up to 20th. And he's gonna let Baron Praxis go by. And look at tire wear. Look at Praxis go. Tire wear, very big factor here at the Rock. And Praxis making that clear for all to see. I think he's a few seconds faster than the rest of the field right now. Yeah, that's a little ridiculous. Look at him go. Luckily people are being respectful, but yeah, he's gonna be, wow, he's like a bunch. Look at, and Praxis gives a 59 a bump. Ah, man, Fitzwater not going to appreciate that. But, yeah, look at him go. This is ridiculous. Most people definitely gonna be courteous around him. I don't think you're gonna want to block that guy. He could probably just dump you with how much faster he is in the corners right now. Brandon Wood getting ever closer here. He's been closing that gap a little bit. Oh, he's looking down low. He checks up. Not gonna dive it into that corner, and there's a problem. Maxwell Chan. Trouble for the 51. That car has come to a stop. There was smoke pouring out of that car. And that 51 crew's been having trouble this entire race. And now we know why. There was some serious problems going on with the engine. That thing just, yeah, we're getting worried that's an engine blowout. Yeah, that thing just burst. And here comes Praxis. He's now caught the leaders. He is that fast right now. That much faster than the rest of the field. And yeah, James Shelley, he's not gonna fight it. He's gonna let him go. No shock there. Oh, but Shelley's checked up now. Hopefully he does not have a problem, but that's just gonna let Brandon Wood go by with ease. And now Chris Louviere in the second. And let's see, Lewis Duran still hanging back there in fifth. Seth Cole, he's had some issues ever since losing the lead, but he's still up here. He's in 6th place. I think Cole may have a better short run car. Now Louviere gets a solid run on the 74. Tire starting to become a big factor. But Louviere goes underneath, and he's now leading the field for the first time today. And I'm sure it won't be the last time. But Louviere's here. James Shelley now looking to make a move. Gap's going a bit. Brandon Wood slipping back. Yeah, we are definitely going to be approaching the pit cycle here. And Louviere now out in front. This could be something. This is going to be something to watch. Chris Louviere at Rockingham is Chris Louviere very fast at Rockingham. Definitely don't really want him to get out in front, and we'll have to see if he can hold on. Could he dominate the rest of this race? Could he lead the rest of this race and take the victory? That's something we'll have to wait and see. But right now he's looking good. Sean Angel radioing to his crew chief. He's gonna come in this time. Green flag pit stops will be getting underway here. And yet Ray Krager also coming down. Those guys are coming down pit road. So yes, green flag pit stops going to be getting underway here. Oh, Ryan Manson! Manson's lost the back end. He spun the car. Manson lost control of the car on pit entry, like on the banking there. And that's a big... Man, Ryan Manson's inexperience really showing there as he loses control of the car on pit entry. I hope that's not going to bring out a yellow. He did recover quickly. But, yeah, crew chief, they're going to have to... Yeah, they're going to have a bit of a chat there. Just make sure that he keeps the car under control. It is, of course, his limited starts here in the Elite Series. It is a learning experience for Manson. And he's certainly done a fantastic job, but his experience definitely made itself known there. And Pinky Louviere is still up here. I don't know how they're doing that, but that crew is running incredibly right now. Clearly something. They got something perfectly right there. And yeah, there's the rest of the guys there. 6 coming out. I don't think staying out is the way to go. We saw how strong the effect of tire wear is. Oh, Brandon Wood! He had an issue on pit road. What's gonna happen to Brandon Wood here? mean, he was on pit road, just doing his thing. And, oh, Tristan Wilhoit. Oh, 16. 16 just got rolled in the pits. 74, some heavy damage. And that's me, both cars in serious trouble. I mean, we know Wood had to come back to pit road. That could be Wilhoit out. That's a tough break for both those drivers. They're running well, especially Wood. Wood could have had a shot to win here today, and that just went out of the drain with a very bizarre incident. And I mean, Brennan Wood falling out to bizarre bad luck. That's sadly the norm for the Arkansas native. But hopefully they can, hopefully they'll be able to work that out. Hopefully they'll be able to come back from that next week. But it's certainly a huge tough break for those guys. And as pit stops cycle out, Baron Praxis now finds himself in the lead of the race. His undercut doing wonders for track position. However, the tables have turned. Now Baron Praxis now Praxis is the one with the old tires, and look at this. The field is just blowing by him. He's probably gonna lose lead very quickly. Yeah, James Shelley just gained a full second on him. Where's Shelley? He's back there. He's not dealing with much traffic as the 44 either. So James Shelley definitely looks to be the favorite to win, potentially. Louviere is back there, however. Can't forget Louviere, and there he is. Louviere's right there. And, yeah, James Shelley gained another second that time by. As the 44 continues to drop back. You know, he's racing Acosta. Oh, wow. Yeah, Acosta almost got into the two of Dylan Young, who has not had a great day. Not really surprised. Look at this, another track that's going to expose the poor chassis, expose teams of poor chassis. And like I mentioned, Buffalo, Young Motorsports car is probably one of the more shoddy chassis on the grid. All those cars really struggling for pace today. And James Shelley now cut the 44's lead down to less than 4 seconds. And there's Argus Smith going by. When a TRU is going by you on a chassis track, you know something's gone wrong. And Prax is actually checked up that time, so that's just absolutely shot his lead to hell. Like, that thing is dying. Yeah, Shelley almost gained 2 seconds that time by. That 44 is absolutely capitulating. As Shelley prowls ever closer, there's Jeffrey Finguy. He's trying to get his lap back, and he's going to do so. But Finguy having a pretty bad weekend, and Shelley's right there. He's already caught up with the 44. Like, wow, just like that, he's caught up to him. So he'll probably move right there. Yep, there you go, just like that. Just like that, James Shelley in the lead of the race. Praxis at least being a good sport about it. He's letting the two go. He's letting him in the 98 go. Knows he's not going to win that battle. Interesting strategy call from the 44 team, but it doesn't seem like it's going to work out in the end. I don't know if they'll even be able to make it, although, honestly, they might have to make another pit stop. I'm not sure. Oh, here comes Chris Dodd. Chris Dodd's a lap down. He's trying to get his lap back. Yeah, he wants to get back on the lead lap, and he's going to do it, but that's going to push the 41 up the track. Chris Louviere might take advantage of that, and he does. He just dove it in there. And they're going to be side by side now. Heading into 3 and 4. And that will be Chris Louviere back in the lead. And Shelley checked up too. I wonder if he's got something going on with the suspension, because that's not the first time he's checked up. But look who's lurking. That's Louis Durant. Oh, hello. That's not all that's going on, though. I mean, Bill Bragg Jr. looking very fast. But look who has the fastest lap. Seth Cole. He's on the move. Seth Cole's on a charge. As Baron Praxis dropped like a rock. Seth Cole is on a charge though. He may be a factor. With how fast he is right now, he might be a factor for this win. Even though he may be back in 6th now, but he could close in on the leaders. And I've talked about how strong the 25 teams have been this weekend. He's gonna be one to look out for. And Connor Atwood's got a problem. Oh no, you've got to be kidding me, Connor Atwood with a problem, with an issue from 4th. And then Jason Perkle, 2 cars breaking down at the same time. The Frieza to come to a stop. Perkle's gonna crawl on past. And that car's also gonna come to a stop. 2 cars just had an issue in the same spot on the same lap. And sadly, both of them were both doing amazingly well. And on top of all that craziness, Louis Duran, out of nowhere, just took the lead of the race. Louis Duran is leading the way at Rockingham. Could he get Ian Masterson a victory? Their 2nd win in the Elite Series. And it would be Louis Duran's first. It would be Louis Duran's first Elite Series victory. I don't know where this came from, but he's leading away and is actually a very serious factor. It is actually a legitimate factor for the victory. We're coming to 30 laps to go. And all of that, I mean, that just removed some of Seth Cole's competition. He's up to 4th now. He's making moves, he's making progress, and I told you he was going to be a factor. He has Chris Louviere in his sights. He has Chris Louviere in his sights. He can see the leaders. I mean, look at the spectator view right here. They're all in view. And so is Poyakov and Nick Pericles. But Seth Cole, he is in view. He does have the leaders in view. And here's, oh, I see Baron Praxis. He made a pit stop. He could not make it all the way. But James Shelley now closing on the 55. Don't forget, the 55, Louis Duran. Like, that is a pretty underpowered vehicle. That's an underpowered car. They do not have the same kind of equipment that the top teams have. And Shelley's getting ever closer to the 55. And speaking of ever closer, yes, Seth Cole is still catching up. He's right there. He's going to be there. And there's Connor Atwood. Oh, Connor Atwood's very fast, but now he's 5 laps down now. That is a heartbreak for the free team. These guys have just had terrible luck this season. Hopefully things get better for them. Yeah, this is not the luck they've deserved. And that's a bit of a setback for Cole. Gets pushed up the track by them. But, yeah, Connor Atwood's going to be a factor in this, I think. Because look at him go. He's going to catch the leaders. For sure. 21 laps remaining now. And Seth Cole making even more progress. He does have Baron Praxis behind him, who's off cycle. But Cole has been getting closer and closer. Just clawing his way up to the front. He's almost within a second of the leader. That is going to be a bit of a setback for him as Praxis goes by. And the top three still remain very close to each other. Any one of these 3 could win the race. Here comes Praxis. And Praxis is going to fly on past. Oh, here comes Shelley! Oh, no. Shelley looked underneath him. Couldn't make it happen. And now Praxis going to push him up. He could play spoiler here. He could play spoiler in the Twisted Tea Machine. And there he goes, past the 55. And Louviere takes advantage. Duran checked up! Just like that, Louviere is right beside him. But here's the thing, that's brought Seth Cole into this battle. He's here. I said he was going to be a factor, and he is. He could totally make a move, and Duran holds off the 98. Well, he holds him off for now, and Louviere is looking underneath once again. But I think the tire wear is slowly beginning to kick in. It's getting harder to really commit to a move. And Louviere kind of falls back a little bit. James Shelley right there. And here he is. No, can't do it. But so we got all these four running in a line. We're gonna be coming to 15 laps to go. 15 to go. This time by. It's getting ever closer. And now Shelley. Louviere, he doesn't seem to have the car to make a move on Duran. He's now falling back. Here comes Shelley. Shelley's going to make the pass. He's up to P2 now. And Seth Cole. Here. Seth Cole. And there he goes. Cole's up to third now. That's probably going to not. Louviere does not seem to have a car capable of winning the race. He's going to have a very strong run. That can't be denied, but he does not have a race-winning. But his ride, yeah, he is not in a race-winning setup. Cole and Shelley much stronger, and like I said, he could not make a move on Duran. Clearly, they got the handling absolutely flawless on that car. The lack of engine power being offset by some very top-notch handling. And the crew just having a good setup on the car, it really tells you how important that kind of thing is. And just Ian Masterson, he's been a part of the racing. He's been a part of the racing scene for a long time. He knows how this thing works. He knows how to set up a car to make. He knows how to set up a car. Just make an optimal. He knows how to make an optimum setup for these cars. He's dealt with having underfunded teams for a while. Oh, look at that! Reese Black! Where did Reese Black come from? Reese Black's up the third now. He just got by both the 41 and the 98. Louviere's up the track. He was very, very slow in 1 and 2. Seems he's still okay. He doesn't have a problem with the car yet. He does not have a problem with the car. But that's left him open to Nico Polyakov. And while the Audi's making their way forward, because Tristan Lloyd's not out of the race. And Polyakov's trying to make a move. I have no idea where Reese Black came from. But he is a factor. Reese Black did not win last year. He's looking to pick up his first win in over a year. This is Reese Black's retirement tour. He would love to get a victory. And this is going to be a very good day for Dodge Motorsports. Ryan Acosta. Oh, Ryan Acosta's actually worked his way up into the points after his early incident. So yeah, it's a great day for Dodge Motorsports, but less than 10 laps to go now. Less than 10 to go as Seth Cole tries to close the gap. Can Louis Duran hold on? Gonna be 6 to go this time by, but here comes Jason Perkle. Jason Perkle could play spoiler. He's still on this. He's still on the racetrack, and he's very fast. Seth Cole's probably gonna use that 08 as a pick. Perkle could play. He could be spoiler. He could be the big spoiler in this race, and he moves the 55 out of the way. And Duran's had to check up. Here comes Cole. They're gonna be side by side in 1 and 2. And there he goes! That's Seth Cole in the lead of the race with 5 to go! Now it's Duran's turn to try and catch him, make the move back. Try to do a follow-up. And he's caught him. Duran is still a factor here. He's not done. 4 to go. And Cole's got a great car, but Louis Duran, he has the willpower, and that car has been handling very well. I don't think it's gonna be the end of it. Although 3 laps to go, I do think that gap's opened up a little bit. And you see back there, Reese Black, James Shelley, they're in the background. They're lurking. They want to get the win here. Although they've got a lot of work. Look at that big group of lap cars. I don't know if they'll be a factor or not. 2 to go this time. Like I said, Seth Cole hasn't won in 43 races. This is number 44. Could he break the winless streak here today? He's got a shot. He's had one of the best cars. He's one of the best cars he's had in quite some time. He's gonna cross the stripe to see the white flag. And here comes Duran. Duran with a surge of power, doing everything he can. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I think he's have to settle for second. As in the 3 and 4, for the final time, Seth Cole powers up the corner, and he's going to number 44. He breaks the winless streak. Seth Cole wins here at Rockingham. Fantastic drive from Seth Cole. Like I said, this is one of the best cars he's had in quite some time. He made the most of it. And had to charge his way back up after kind of struggling the mid part of the race. And he's back in victory lane. And after a struggling season 3, it looks like Seth Cole could be a factor in the championship this year. So congratulations to him, Louis Duran, second place. It's definitely probably a bit painful after everything he's done. After everything he did today, it's definitely going to be a bit of a painful feeling to finish runner-up. But that's another absolutely fantastic outing for Duran, and a big advertisement to all the big teams. It has a huge advertisement to all those big teams. I'm sure they've all got their eyes on Duran after today. But congratulations to Seth Cole.